Live now, so thank you guys for joining me. This morning I'm actually going to show you guys a quick breakfast demo, showing you a little variation of a pancake and or waffle a demo. I'm actually going to show you how to do both, so it's going to be very easy. But what I'm making today is I'm actually going to make chocolate banana pancakes or waffles, actually chocolate chip, and show you how to do it from scratch. With all your own ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started really quickly. So like I said, I'm making pancakes or pancake banana waffles, okay? And what's the easiest way to do that is I always start, first of all, whenever you make pancakes, waffles, and or muffins, the beginning is the same. I showed you guys before that your general store-bought pancakes and or waffles or something like that has as much as 21 ingredients in the batter. And none of those things are necessary. Most of them are not necessary. So first of all, I always start by showing people how to make your own batter from scratch. And it's very simple. It's 3 ingredients. We start off with whole wheat organic flour. So I have 2 cups right there. Okay, like to keep it simple for people. Whole wheat organic flour. The next ingredient is you're going to use baking soda. Okay, and for every 1 cup of flour, you're going to use half a teaspoon of baking soda. So since I have 2 cups of flour, I will have 1 full teaspoon of baking soda. 1 nice level teaspoon like that. Put that in there. All right. The next ingredient is going to be baking powder. For every 1 cup of flour, you're going to have 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And so since we have 2 cups, we're going to have 2 teaspoons of baking powder. 1, 2. And that is going to be the basis of any pancakes, waffles, or muffins that you're ever going to make from scratch. All the other stuff are chemicals and stuff to add moisture and all that kind of stuff like that, but I'll show you guys how to do that on your own anyway. So you take that and you mix it in nice and gently so that you get full coverage. Okay, you get it all mixed in nice and evenly, and that, like I said, is your basis for your pancake or waffle. You could technically just add water to this and make a pancake or waffle. It wouldn't taste like anything, but you would have a pancake or waffle. All right, so the next thing is people add flavor to their pancakes or waffles. So even though I'm making a chocolate waffle today, I'm going to go ahead, because I always like to just put a little bit of cinnamon in my pancakes or waffles. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. All right. So 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Very simple. Go ahead and add that in. Cinnamon is always going to add flavor. It almost doesn't matter what you're doing. I always put 1 teaspoon or so or more of cinnamon. All right. So that's the basis of this right here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead once again and mix that in. So the next thing is, what am I going to mix this with? Because once again, we're doing a chocolate banana waffle. All right. So what I do is I'm now going to make my use whatever water I'm going to use. So I start off with this. And you want about 2 cups of liquid. For every cup of flour, you're going to use 1 cup of liquid. So whether it be almond milk, coconut milk, or something like that. I prefer to use vegan things, so non-meats and non-animal products. So I'm going to use almond milk today. I've made my own almond milk. I've shown you guys how to do that. So I'm going to add about 2 cups of my homemade almond milk. I just made it actually this morning. All right, 2 cups of my homemade almond milk, and I'm actually going to put this in here. I'll show you why in a second. All right. Now, a lot of times when people do put banana in pancakes or what have you, they mash it up. I prefer to blend it, and the reason why I blend it because I think it comes out smoother, so you get a smoother blend. So I have some ripened bananas right here. I tell you guys every week I buy a bunch of bananas and I let them get really ripe before I peel them and put them in the freezer. So I'm just going to grab one of these, all right, and I take a whole banana and I drop it in my almond milk. All right. Something else that people tend to put in their batter is people love to have flavor. So I always like to add a little vanilla because vanilla gives great flavor to your pancakes or waffles or what have you. So I'm going to take a little bit of my vanilla extract right here, all right, and just about, well, I'm going to go ahead and measure this off so people can get a good measurement, good idea. So I'll put about a teaspoon or so of vanilla extract in there. You can put a little bit more or less, all depends on your taste and your liking, all right? And then the other thing is, you know, you want to sweeten up your mixture a little bit. So some people will sweeten up their mixture with honey. Some people will do it with sugar. I prefer not to do it with honey and sugar. I prefer a more natural means of sweetening my my pancakes. So I am going to use actual dates, okay? And dates are very good for sweetening up stuff. So I think I'll put about 4 or 5 dates in here. There you go. And that'll give it a nice sweetened taste. Now, assuming that if I was going to use, let's say I wanted to make a chocolate waffle like this, if I wanted to add chocolate to my waffle, which I am going to do actually, I would use just a regular cocoa powder, okay? All organic cocoa powder. So I'm going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of cocoa powder, and that's going to make my milk chocolate and thereby also my mixture chocolate. I'm going to add another one because make it nice and chocolate. All right, cool, boom. Perfect. All right, so now that that's done, I take all this and I close it up and I blend it really fast. All right. Now, you don't have to blend it for the full minute because you may not want yours to be like completely, all the dates to be completely obliterated and everything. You might want to have little pits of stuff in there. I like to have little pits in there for my pancakes and my waffles, so I blend it for a little bit, primarily for the chocolate to get blended well, but that's about it, all right? And then I just go ahead and I add that in. Remember, this was 2 cups of milk, so this should give me a perfect mixture for my pancakes, all right? Go ahead and mix this really quickly. And always try to go slow at first because sometimes I go a little too fast and I mix and I have a little bit of spillage. So I go slow at first just to get it moving. There we go. And then you can speed it up a little bit. And this is actually looking very good. So that's a little thick, okay? And so what I'm going to do is you can just add a little bit more milk to it, but let's go ahead and get it properly mixed first. And like I said, the batter for whether it's muffins, pancakes, or waffles is going to be pretty much exactly the same. The only difference is the texture. Sometimes people like a thicker consistency like that for their muffins, and then for pancakes and waffles, they'll take it a little bit thinner, okay? Because the muffins are going to be in the oven under higher heat. So, there we go. So I'm going to add a little bit more, not much. There we go. Great. All right, that's a lot more movement. Now you can see it's actually moving a little bit better, like that. All right, so there we go. So now remember, we already have a whole banana in there, so it's already gonna have a hint of banana to it, and then now you have your chocolate. Now I said that I wanted to make chocolate chip, so I'm going to add a few chunks of chocolate in there. And I use unsweetened chocolate. Once again, we have enough sweetener in it. So just a few chunks of chocolate there. Make it a little bit more exciting. Once again, you can do this as pancakes and or waffles. All right. And I mix that in. So you have a few chunks in there. All right. And hold on 1 second. So I always tell you guys, when you do anything that's vegan or anything like that, a lot of times the preservatives and stuff that they put in your normal pancake batter is to add moisture. They put things, you know, things to give it more moisture. Well, one of the drawbacks of making vegan stuff from all natural is that it tends to be dry sometimes. Okay, now don't get me wrong, your banana should help that, you know, and everything else, but you always want to ensure that you don't have a dry pancake and or waffle. And so what I do to make sure that I don't have that problem is I always add a tablespoon or so of coconut oil. Okay, and coconut oil is going to bring that extra moisture in. And so I do about a tablespoon of coconut oil, and that will ensure that my waffle or pancake or muffin is going to be moist and not have that dry taste to it. All right. And you mix that in nicely. Now, if you wanted to, you could add something like a little bit of you know, bourbon or Grand Marnier if you wanted to enhance the taste or the flavor of that. I can add that if you guys want to see me add that. Yeah, you could do something like that. Hold on, let me grab that real quick so I can show you guys how much you can actually add into it. Perfect. All right. So I'm gonna put just a dab of it, not much. Okay. And once again, this does more to enhance the smell than anything, because the alcohol, due to the heat, will actually burn off. Okay? And you mix it well. And there you go. Your mixture is ready to go. I want a little bit more in it, so. Perfect. And the smell is now fantastic. So now remember the consistency before? This is the consistency you want for your pancake and or waffle, especially your waffle. Nice and thick, right? But not too pasty. So there you go. Nice consistency. All right. All right. So I already have my waffle machine going. I would give this waffle machine one of the best reviews in the world. I've actually had this waffle machine, I think, now for about 18 years. It's coming very handy. If you take care of your appliances, it will always work. It's a dual-sided waffle machine, so you'll see it's very easy to use. So what you do is you start off, and you always want to make sure that you oil or grease your machine. It's already hot, so get good coverage. Okay, and then you pour your batter, because it comes with a little scooper. You pour your batter right down in the center. So you make sure you shake off all the extra. And you pour right in the center. All right. Perfect. Close. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So you can actually make 2 waffles at the same time. Alrighty, go. Perfect. All right, and I always turn it back to the original side so that I know what side comes off first. All right, so now that I've done that and then my waffle is going ahead and cooking up, I'm going to show you guys something really quickly. So now I could have easily turned my waffles or pancakes into protein pancakes. How would I do that? All I would do is just add a scoop of protein. So I have like my vegan protein right here. I would have just added 1 scoop of that, and all of a sudden now you have chocolate or whatever, you know, or vanilla or whatever kind of pancakes you want. All you do is add a scoop of vegan protein. But what I'm going to show you guys next is So now that I have that, what am I going to eat it with? I'm going to eat it with my smoothie. I'm going to make a nice chocolate smoothie for myself to start off my day. So once again, very simple. I take my almond milk, I add it in, okay, and I take two scoops of my vegan protein. So we talk about the benefits of getting your protein from non-meat sources all the time. So once again, this is a protein blend using pea protein, brown rice, and quinoa. Okay. Now we talked about pea protein before and brown rice before, but when they add quinoa, once again, that is a complete protein. So once again, you're going to have all of your essential amino acids for your body to build protein, and that's all vegan protein is. All right, so I go ahead and add 2 scoops of this. All right, and if I want to make my protein shake a little bit more exciting, I tell you guys about my bananas. So this is the last batch of my bananas, and this is the next batch that I'm actually going to cut up. All right, so this is the last batch of my bananas that's frozen. I take those, I add in a full banana, and now I have a perfect, as they would say, chunky monkey protein shake. All right. If you wanted to, you could add some dates in here. As a matter of fact, what I am going to add for a little bit additional protein, protein and fiber, is I'm going to go ahead and throw in a scoop of chia seeds. You can actually do more if you like. Once again, the chia seeds don't affect the taste or anything like that. And I'll actually throw in some of my complete minerals as well. Once again, the taste will not come through because of the banana and the chocolate and what have you, but we talk about nutrient-dense breakfast. So once again, all 102 minerals my body needs right here, okay? And then I close this up. And I blend. Seemed like it took forever. All right, so there you go. Nice chocolate protein. Gonna be nice and smooth. There we go. So you can see, no chunks. Great taste. And then, like I said, I'm gonna eat this with my waffles. But one of the great things about this, move this out of my way so I don't knock it over. One of the great things about this is, once again, I can pair my waffles also with fresh fruit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop up one of my bananas, and I'm gonna also consume it with a little bit of blueberries. So that's what I'm gonna have for my breakfast: nutrient dense, protein, carbs, fats, fiber. It's gonna give me quite a few calories to start my day, but one of the beautiful things about it is that once I start my day like that, that eliminates all my cravings, okay? I have all the nutrients my body needs, and then after that, for me, for the rest of the day, I'll be drinking my ginger turmeric lemonade and just hydrating until this evening when I eat something a little bit more substantial. I'm probably gonna eat some kind of fish or something like that tonight. So you heard the beep. That's how fast the waffles go. And there you go. One waffle, and I'll wait for the other one. And that should be beeping in a second as well. All right, and it's just that simple. You know, you can actually smear a little bit of peanut butter on this if you want. If you're somebody who likes peanut butter and bananas and stuff, that's a great additional calories. But once again, if you're going to eat a big meal, the first meal of the day is probably going to be your best source. And that big meal should be nutrient dense. I keep saying that word, nutrient dense. Your body doesn't really need food. Your body needs nutrients. So the more nutrients you can give your body the first thing in the day, the better off you're going to perform, the less hungry you're going to get, no cravings. And if you eat a really good balanced breakfast like this, you probably won't even be thinking about food. Especially if you hydrate properly, you probably won't be even thinking about food until 5 or 6 o'clock anyway. Once again, we have to stop eating out of boredom. We have to stop eating because we, for entertainment, and actually listen to our bodies. Because once again, once we feed our bodies properly, right, the need to consistently eat and eat and eat, and especially eat junk, goes away. All right. So the other one is going to be done here shortly. I'm going to pull that, and then I have one more thing I'm going to show you guys, and then we'll be done. Wash this off real quick. All right. And remember, guys, the sale is still going on my website. Discount code THANKS, THANKS, capital letters THANKS, will give you 20% off everything on the website, including the vegan chocolate protein, the emergency immune support, the testosterone booster, all the fat burners from the bestseller blend to the Oxy Burn to the New Slim. All those things are available 20% off on your entire order. Use discount code THANKS and that'll get it for you. Just waiting for this last one now. All right, and there was another question someone asked me. What do I take in the morning as far as my supplements? What I take in the morning is I take my chlorella spirulina, I take beets, okay, and I do my, obviously I do my complete minerals. Those are pretty much the things I take in the morning, every morning. Sometimes I do my turmeric and ginger as well, but I drink a lot of the turmeric and ginger tea, so I don't really have to supplement with that because I drink turmeric and ginger tea every day. If you don't do that, then yes, the turmeric and ginger as a supplement is a good choice as well. In the morning when I wake up, I always start my day with herbal tea and a teaspoon or a tablespoon of my ginger blast. That helps to wake my body up, so I love doing that. But aside from that, that's what I take in the mornings. At nighttime, I take my my libido support and my magnesium glycinate, and that's how I round out my day. Those are the supplements that I personally take on a daily basis. However, you have to do what fits you. You have to go along with what your body requires, okay? And what my body requires might be different because I eat a different diet. I eat a balanced diet. If you know you have other deficiencies in your diets, then guess what? Some of the supplements might help with that, okay? If you have other problems, disorders, or something like that that you need addressed, some of the other supplements may be able to address that as well, all right? Check on this. There we go. Perfect. All right. And that's how easy it is. There you go. 2 nicely browned chocolate banana waffles. Once again, I'm going to top this off with probably some bananas and some blueberries. I'll probably add a little bit of peanut butter on it. But just that simple. I'm going